All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. This is Pastor Dow. You know, there are, at last count, 45,000 signatures signed on a petition that people are requesting to be able to carry guns, you know, especially those who are licensed permit holders, at the Grand Old Party Convention. And of course, this is unprecedented. Of course, you know the Secret Service and everybody else is going to disagree. Because a lot of people don't know what goes on at these conventions. I mean, a lot of things that go on these conventions there's a lot of drinking for people who seem to be somewhat what you would call together. At times they get uncouth, very immoral and undisciplined. And more than anything, what's not being said is the things I'm getting ready to say to you. The reason why that people are signing petitions to want to bring these guns is because the people expect that there's going to be some type of shenanigans going on to steal this nomination from Donald Trump. And of course, if something like that shady goes down, it could be a crossfire from hell. And so in order to prevent that, again, the only people who have guns again, are the criminals and the so-called quote-unquote law enforcement, which by very nature is criminal in itself. But that's what we're dealing with. And this should be speaking volumes to the so-called Grand Old Party establishment or the GOP or the Republican National Convention. It should be speaking volumes because, in other words, the people are telling you, we're not putting up with this BS. Now they have become more educated than ever before, because, you know, old Pastor Dow, who wants to listen to an old country veteran paratrooper pastor that lives way off in the country? And you know what I mean, people like me, we don't know too much, but yet and still, now all of a sudden people want to listen to what we have to say, which I guess is better now than ever. Now they want to hear everything that we have to say, everything that we're offering, because they know that we're telling them the truth. Especially concerning all the shenanigans and all the stage playing, the hypocrisy that's going on. Nobody has any trust in this so-called leadership of the GOP any longer in this country. It's all under fire. And it's just a sad situation that we've come to this in this country, especially that the people especially those who are too busy living their lives, running their lives, and then they have to get to the stark reality that the people who are running the GOP are nothing but a bunch of sissified cowards. That's it. We got a nation of sissies. I mean, sissies are running this nation, basically. Chicken hawk sissies are running this nation. People who go to school, get education. Next thing you know, they want to be able to get into politics, to rule and control and dominate people's lives through paperwork. They go to law school to rule and control, dominate people's lives. But in truth and backbone, they're nothing but a bunch of cowards and sissies. And I think that the American public, just by the simple fact of the Republicans signing these petitions, are letting the establishment know that, you know, we're not too far from a revolution, whether you like it or not. Y'all pull these shenanigans and start this kind of hypocrisy and this hypocrite, you know, all this lying and cheating that y'all been doing blindly to the people, or keeping the people blind and dumb on purpose. We're not stupid of it. We're not ignorant of it. And now everybody realizes, and I don't even know why even have primary votes. Why even do all this? What's this circus and theater for, having all these debates, doing all these discussions, answering the same questions, then the candidates have to answer the same questions 1,000 times way. It's almost like they're prostituting themselves in order to try to get favor amongst who? A bunch of people who vote don't even count in the first place? I mean, think about this. So the gig is up. The gig is up, and it's going to be interesting to see how this thing is going to play out. It really, truly is. Donald Trump 2016.